Welcome in Real Talk Day. I'm Michael Liptak here with Sydney McIntyre. Amanda Knox, she was the Italy Supreme Court found her not guilty, and Amanda Knox won her appeal after she was convicted of murder. I'm going to ask Sydney what she thinks about Amanda Knox being found not guilty by Italy's highest court. She is now free for good. They can't redo the trial as they have twice now, where she's heard an appeal and was found not guilty. Then another retrial, she was found guilty. Then on this appeal, she was found not guilty by the Supreme Court in Italy, and now she's free. What do you make of her finally being free, and some of her comments about that she'd actually be open to going back to Italy one day after this terrible ordeal for her?
You know what, I think it's good. It's a weight off of her shoulders after everything, was said and done, and after the legalities of it were put forth and put through. And now that she's free, it's good. When somebody is, found not guilty and they get to go on with their lives and move on with everything, I'm happy for those people, and they went, of course, through several trials, through about 3 trials. And so they had plenty of time to, reevaluate everything and, everything that was on the table to go over as far as why she was guilty or not guilty and what happened within, the murdering and all of that. And so I think it's kind of interesting that she's going to want to go back, but heck, if after a couple of years she's kind of cleared and everybody forgets about this a little bit, let her go back and let her enjoy life.
Well, she has a couple million reasons why she might want to go back.
Yeah.
She might be doing a second book, this time talking about the judicial system in Italy. But does this at all change your mind about ever wanting to travel across seas? I mean, for me, after seeing this how it went about, it was handled so terribly. Amanda Knox spent 4 years in jail before her appeal was heard the first time when she was found not guilty, and it's just so weird out there. The United States judicial system, it's not the best, but at least you have you can trust it a lot more than when you're overseas.
Well, it's just interesting because everybody does have a different system, and to know, and there's been other trials that have been like this, to where they're just kind of drug out and they don't act upon things, and people are put in jail and they do time for different situations or different crimes that they don't need to do the time for. And it's almost like when we're in school, we get this, like, the busy work. So they put them in there and it's like busy time, to where while they figure everything out, you go and you serve time for something that you're not even, you haven't even done a crime for necessarily. And so I think it's a kind of a proud moment to know that our system is pretty sufficient. But I would go and travel to other places. I would just try to watch myself as far as what I do legally and not legally, but I'm so far a pretty good person.
And the bad thing about this, if you were in Amanda Knox's shoes, if they did found her guilty again, with the agreement between the United States and Italy, with the extradition, the thing that they have agreed upon,
yeah.
Even if our country officials didn't agree with it, they still would have had to take her back to Italy, which is just such a bad spot to be in.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to join the conversation, follow us on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think about the ruling in the Amanda Knox case. And if you were her, would you ever think about going back to Italy? Let us know and we'll get back to you.